Well, everybody, it is Thursday. It's the 16th of July, 2025. I have a very special and unique one today. It is not a junk food review. It is not a spicy product review. It is not a hot sauce review. For lack of a better term, I guess I would call it a culturally significant ethnic dish review. No, it is not something that I made from scratch. It's something from a jar, but if I try it and I like what I taste, I may attempt to make it from scratch. But that's a pretty daunting task because what I found was Iran's what some consider to be like Iran's national dish. Their most popular dish or something like that. It's Ghormeh Sabzi in a jar, but it is an Iranian herb and bean stew. All right, which is incredibly popular. There are many different variations of it. Apparently, there's a lot of debate over what the most, authentic version of it is, or the best version of it is. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that stuff based on the, sort of paltry, Google research that I did. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to try this Ghormeh Sabzi. So I don't know. This one has both words in it, so there are different versions. So there's a Ghormeh Sabzi version, and I think that means fried herbs, and then there's a Koresh Sabzi version. I don't know what Koresh means. All right, so I guess I didn't really do quite enough research, but whatever. I did a pretty significant amount. I mean, I was researching for like 25 minutes about this, and I hope I keep it all straight. I do have a few notes in front of me, which I'm going to try not to look down at. But anyways, there are some essential components to this stew. One of them is that it has dehydrated limes in it. So much like a Moroccan tagine stew, which has dehydrated lemons in it, this is supposed to have dehydrated limes in it. It also has beans in it. So most versions of it use red kidney beans, and it's obvious that from the picture here that this version uses red kidney beans, but there are others that use black-eyed peas. And it also has green herbs and green vegetables in it. So a lot of versions will have parsley, they'll have mint, they'll have spinach, they'll have cilantro, they'll have leeks, they'll have green onions. All right, so lots and lots of green stuff. Um, you know, deep fried or not deep fried, sautéed, and then slow simmered. All right, and it also has seared meat in it, and it can be beef or lamb that's in it, usually seasoned with turmeric. Yeah, and it's just this very slow simmered, thick green aromatic stew. It's supposed to be really nutritious too. All right. And it's exactly the type of cooking that I love. I love just watching something, deepen with its aromas and its flavors and its thickness over a period of several hours. So I'm pretty sure if I end up liking the flavor of this, I'm going to try to make it on my own. I'm very excited to try this. Now, here it is. So what I did was so this is vegetarian, all right? So I'm going to read the ingredients here. This has parsley, spinach, mint, cilantro, lemon omani. Uh-oh. This has dehydrated lemons and not limes. Fried onions, red kidney beans, fenugreek, leek, green onions, vegetable oil, flavor enhancer, garlic, salt, and pepper. So there's no meat in this. This is a vegetarian version in a jar. So what I did was I got a seasoned rack of lamb. And it was seasoned with rosemary, garlic, and sesame seeds, I think. All right, so I don't think rosemary is part of any authentic Ghormeh Sabzi recipe, but whatever. So you can see the little chunks of meat in there. I roasted it in the oven rather than seared it in a pan. And then I cubed it, and when I heated this up on the stove, I just mixed the lamb cubes in there. This dish is also served with saffron rice. I was told by an Iranian that that is not what the rice is supposed to look like. It's not supposed to be that saffrony, apparently. But whatever. I just wanted to have a beautiful orange color. It is basmati rice, and it's seasoned with a Spanish saffron seasoning, which is another cheat. I had authentic saffron strands somewhere, but I couldn't find them, so I just used the Cezanne by Goya. I think it was Goya, the Goya Cezanne, or no, it was the Badia Cezanne that has the saffron in it. All right, so I'm not being totally authentic, and I don't have any flatbread with it. I do have some shawarma sauce in my fridge, which I should have served on the side, but whatever. I'm already filming now. I guess I could pause it and I could go get a scoop of it. Should I do that? Let's go get a scoop of shawarma sauce. All right, there we are. scoop of nice yogurty shawarma sauce. I'm not sure exactly if you're supposed to mix it in with the stew or what exactly you're supposed to do, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go along. Now, I was going to say, I have pretty high expectations for that. This dish is so iconic, so popular, so culturally significant that there's actually a day of Ghormeh Sabzi celebration in Iran. And apparently it's 2 days after Thanksgiving. All right? So even we don't have that in America. Do we have a national celebrate a certain dish? Is there a like celebrate hamburgers and hot dogs day? We don't. There's not. Apparently, there's not a Michigan dish or a Michigan, because I'm wearing a Michigan thing. I said we're Michigan. There may not. There apparently isn't a piece of American cuisine that is iconic enough to deserve its own day of celebration. This one, on the other hand, has one. All right, let's go. Enough talk. I gotta try this. Okay, so the first thing that I got there was a bite of lamb. I roasted it at the, minimum number of minutes so that I could get a nice, like, sort of medium rare thing there. And it is reflective of that. It's very, very, very tender. Very nicely seasoned. Now let's get some of the stew. There's a nice, really, really subtle sourness from the. Now I know it said it was lemon. Please, I hope it was a misprint and they put the limes in there, because I want it to be as authentic as possible. Because there's no variation that I've read about that has lemons in it, but it said lemon on the jar. But either way, whether it's lemon or lime, whether it's dehydrated lemon or dehydrated lime, it is so different than just taking fresh limes or lemons and just squeezing it into the stew. There's a more, it's like a subtle and more complex tartness that you get there. The herb blend is outstanding. Oh, there's so much going on in there. It just tastes healthy. Like, I just taste like I'm being infused with vitamins when I take a bite of that. I feel like there's like vitamins and probiotics and electrolytes and all the other good stuff that you're supposed to have in your body, just infusing, all of my systems. In addition to that, it's delicious. I mean, there's just the right degree of saltiness. It's so, like, complex and savory. Like, you can tell that whoever prepared this was simmering it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And it's like all the different flavors that go in there, the leeks, the fenugreek, the spinach, the cilantro. It all just kind of like became this like melting pot of green herby flavor. And it's really, really nice, with the hours of slow simmering, how that just like allows those flavors to really coalesce. Oh, it's beautiful. I haven't had it with the rice yet. Let's try with a little bit of the rice. I mean, and I'm giving this stuff a glowing review based on something that came out of a jar. I can't imagine going to a Persian or Iranian restaurant and ordering this like made fresh. Oh my goodness. I gotta do that. I've been told by my Iranian friend that there's another stew that's even better than this. Okay? Which is hard to believe, because I'm eating something out of a jar that tastes better than just about anything I've had in any Mediterranean or Middle Eastern restaurant in a very, very, very long time. Now, my saffron rice is just saffron rice. It looks like it's overpowering, but I don't know. Saffron has a bold yellow color, plus I put tomato paste in it just to make it more orangey. So it looks bolder than it actually is. It does not overwhelm or conflict or fight with the flavors of the herb and bean stew at all. Mainly the yogurt sauce is good to eat with the chunks of lamb. It goes nicely with that. The stew doesn't need it. But if you got like a big old chunk of lamb, you might want to sort of scoot it over there to the yogurt sauce. Get a little bit of rice, get a little bit of yogurt sauce in with your chunk of lamb. That's very, very nice. Okay. It is clear that this is a wonderful dish. This is difficult to screw up, all right? It's not often that, I open up a jar, and by the way, I had to fight to get the lid of this open. Like, this was sealed in like it was like something precious, which it is. But it took me like 15 minutes to get the lid off. I was like holding it under hot water. I had, like a cloth that was a damp cloth, and I was trying to wrench it off. Now, I don't have particularly good, I don't have that much wrist strength, but I put everything I had into getting this off. And I finally did. And it was worth it. Wow, that's nice. It's beautiful. It's healthy. It's delicious. It's savory. Everything about it is just nice. I love it. It's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of paneer palak. But paneer palak, it just always had a blandness to it. It's nice. I like the paneer cheese. I like the spinach. I like some of the spices in it. But this just like takes it to it elevates it to such a different level with the combination of different spices and vegetables in it. It's just so complex. It's so nice. It's so savory. I can see why this is such an iconic, popular dish. I can see why some people would consider this to be the national dish of Iran. It's wonderful. Coming out of a jar, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But I'm sure if I got it in a restaurant, made by somebody who really knew what they were doing, it'd be a 10 for sure. And that's probably the first thing out of a jar that I've ever given a 9 out of 10. Seriously. That's some good stuff right there. All right. Am I going to try to make it? I'm worried. I'm worried I'll screw it up, but at the same time, I just love slow-simmered stuff. I think I got to try it. I think I got to try to do it. I'll do my best. Maybe I'll come back in a month or two after I've done more research and done a little bit of preparation and maybe done a couple trial runs. Maybe I'll present my own version of this dish. But there you go. That is Ghormeh Ghormeh Sabzi.